Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of my new series, Creative Corner, where I lift up and highlight everyday people in the arts and um, try to spotlight their hard work and their creative endeavor. Uh, Today I'm here with my good friend Dylan Zaner, who is a Twitch streamer, Minecraft expert, and YouTuber extraordinaire.
Oh, stop
No,
it.
you know I won't stop. I won't stop. I don't stop.
You don't stop. You're too nice. Oh my God, Jared, you're so nice.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. But Dylan, I'm excited to talk to you about this, especially how much your YouTube channel and Twitch channel has grown. I I popped into your 24-hour stream the other weekend, and I was like,
Yeah.
wait, does that say 13,000 followers? I was like, holy crap! I was like, I've been following you since you were just under 500.
I know, isn't it crazy? Like, it's just, it blows my mind. I had the same exact reaction like every day whenever I go on Twitch, and like it keeps growing like every single day. And it's a really good feeling to know that like all the work that you put into something, it's like slowly starting to grow, and little by little, you start seeing like recurring people showing up here and there. It's super cool.
Dylan's a superstar.
Oh, stop it. No.
Just don't turn into a diva.
Oh, too late. Already.
I was gonna say it probably is too late,
No.
but
No.
but yeah, I'm happy to really get to talk about your experience as a YouTuber, as a Twitch person, and
Yeah.
might as well say you are Minecraft PhD. Um,
Yeah,
but
Minecraft is definitely my focus.
yes,
You know,
yes, but
didn't always be. Wasn't always.
so we will start off by taking it way back.
Okay.
I know you studied film and wait, I thought you studied
No.
film.
No, so that's one thing that I think is really interesting. I've never taken a film class. I've never taken any kind of like media class. All of this stuff is self-taught. So,
I knew you were taking public health classes, but for some
yeah.
reason I thought it was the reverse. That you
Mm-mm.
had meant maybe my ears didn't work the one time you told
No,
me what you
it's all
studied.
right. I get that a lot actually. A lot of people think that I've like taken like film classes, or I've had like some experience in like directing or anything like that. I have no experience. I just decided one day that I was like, you know what? I need a creative outlet. YouTube's out there. Why not just start making videos? So I like I spent like 2 nights just watching a bunch of tutorials on how to edit videos, and taught myself how to edit, taught myself how to film, how to record, bought the stuff that I needed with the last amount of money that I had, and just went with it.
Wow. See,
Yeah.
that was what I was gonna ask, is how did you start with YouTube? Because I
Yeah.
know I am of the generation where the creative online outlets started with Live Journal
Hmm.
and MySpace, as
Yeah.
archaic as MySpace is now. But it's interesting to see how YouTube has become that Instagram and Vine.
Oh yeah.
And was there a? I know you just said you sought it as a creative outlet, but was there a YouTube video or set of videos that you saw? They're like, hey, I want to do this. I can do this.
Actually, like I don't know. Like I think I was more inspired by reality television, to be honest. So I saw, I'm a big fan of like Survivor, Big Brother, King of the Nerds, like all those types of shows. And I was really interested in the social aspect of those types of shows.
Uh-huh.
And what actually originally jump started my entire like YouTube, I guess you could say career. I don't know.
It's becoming one.
As slowly, but because I was, like you said, I previously went to school for public health, and I was doing an internship in South Dakota, and I was staying in a house with 10 other people. And I just thought it was really interesting because I was the only white guy. I was with a bunch of Native Americans from reservations. It was really eye-opening, really awesome, and I got to know a lot about people. And I was like, this is really cool that I'm getting to meet people that I never would talk to in my daily life. and we all got to know each other, and they're like, "You're hilarious. Why don't you make videos or something like that?" And I was like, "You know what? Maybe I should. That's a really good idea." I remember the first video I was gonna film was a fake reality show that we were gonna film in our giant house that we were staying in, and it never came together. But when I went back to Omaha, I was like, "This is super cool. I need to do this. Like, even if it's me in front of a webcam talking, at least it's a creative outlet and I can say that I did it." And I'm so happy I did it because it was probably one of the best decisions I've ever made in my entire life. Like, I've gotten to meet so many awesome people. Um, like, it still astounds me that I can have meetups at certain conventions and
Yeah.
there's people that are actually there for me. And I'm like, what is this? Like, what? Like, this started like 2 years ago almost. And like, oh my God.
So you've had, even far back then, you had fangirls and fanboys from
See,
YouTube.
well, no, like it was actually really interesting. I never did gaming YouTube. This is like a newer development of mine. I've always wanted to do gaming YouTube. It's always something I've been really interested in. I've always wanted to live stream since I was like a teenager. I always thought it'd be super duper cool. Never had the computer for it though. And when I got older, I got some money. I was like, you know what? Let's buy a computer. Let's do all this. But before that, I just made weird, funny videos, one video a week, just something, whatever I could think of doing that made me look ridiculous in front of a camera. And had a lot of fun with that. And a lot of, like, the first time I got noticed in public, it really shocked me. It was, I was at a convention, or not a convention, I was at a National Coming Out Day event in Nebraska, and I was actually working at one of the tables, and someone came up to me and they're like, "Oh, you're 8-bit homo." And I'm like, "Wait, what? Who heard that name? What? Is this bad?" Oh my God, this is back when I had like 100 subs. And they're like, "Oh my God, I watch your videos. Like, I love your videos." And I'm like, "How did you even hear about me?" Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. And so actually, I think, oh, it's probably dug deep in there, but I still have like he gave me this bracelet that says geek on it. And it's like the first
Aw.
thing I ever got from doing YouTube videos. It was super awesome, super cool, means a lot. I don't know, just like little things like that. It's like super cool. As like, it started, snowballing, and then you get to meet like other YouTubers that are about the same size as you. They're kind of doing the same thing. You all start networking with one another, and you kind of make these circles. It's really interesting. Like, that's the one thing I noticed because like I said, I really like social aspects of things.
Yeah.
That's what I get like from reality shows and stuff. So in the YouTube community, it's very similar. There are definitely circles. There's like a joke that runs around on YouTube. There's gay YouTube, you know. There's black YouTube. It's horrible that we have to think like this, but it does exist. It's out there. And when you get to know all these different circles, it's so nice to get out of your circle because you'll get so used to your friends on YouTube and you'll get so used to the people you're working with that it's so nice to just take a fresh step, check out some other people's YouTube channels, show them some support, and getting to see all these different people, and that's how you start growing, and that's how you start like helping other people grow. It's super cool. I love the YouTube community because everyone is so willing to help you out and is so willing to check out your stuff. You just have to put yourself out there.
I think that's important to note because for those that are starting off, I'm even starting to try to build my
Yeah.
YouTube brand, and there's a lot of insecurity in putting yourself on camera and putting your content and your what you've created out there,
Oh yeah.
and so there is a community that helps.
Oh yeah, totally. And it's like it's really refreshing too, especially once you get comfortable enough in front of a camera to where you can start talking about some of those vulnerabilities that you have. And then when other people start relating with those once other people start relating with those vulnerabilities, that's when you can start the conversation. And like you can just interact with people in your comments section. It's super cool. One big tip for anyone starting YouTube, you need to be on social media. Like, your channel cannot survive without some sort of mechanism to interact with not just people that are viewing your stuff, but also other content creators. Twitter's a big one. If you're more into like the artsy or funny kind of stuff, Tumblr might be your way to go. There's some people that use Wattpad. There's some people that use Instagram. There's like Vine. There's a whole wide variety of social media out there that you can kind of utilize. And there's even blogs, websites, anything that you can use to sort of put yourself out there.
Where besides YouTube, what did you start with in building your brand?
Oh, it was actually really interesting. So before I did YouTube, I had no social media besides Facebook, and it was a very personal Facebook. I was very, very like, I'm not gonna add this person unless I've met them at least like 3 times. And I had to teach myself how to use social media. I got myself a Twitter, got myself a Facebook page, got myself an Instagram, a Tumblr,
There was a
Google
point where you
Plus.
didn't know how to use social media. I mean, Dylan
Oh,
of all people.
I didn't but it's strange for me to think because I'm always on Twitter now, and I like recognize how awesome of a networking tool it really is. Like Twitter has helped me out so much in meeting some of the people that I've met. And there's like there's a whole science behind how to really understand Twitter and work Twitter, but essentially, follow the people you want to follow, interact with people on, a one-on-one level and have fun with it. If you're not having fun with Twitter, if Twitter becomes like a job, then you're not doing Twitter right. Like
Yep.
then you're just using Twitter as like a marketing machine, and no one wants to follow a Twitter that's just a marketing machine. You know what I mean? You got to add a little bit of personality to it. You got to be yourself and have fun with it.
Exactly. Exactly. But we can talk about maybe when you brought in Twitch to your YouTube channel.
Oh yeah.
And it seems that once you started that in combination with um, your amazing American Horror Story videos
Oh
and
God, those videos.
all those videos, that seems to be where things started to pick up.
Yeah,
And
definitely. Like when I started on Twitch, it's really interesting. So if you start off on YouTube and you have like a pretty significant YouTube audience, the transition to Twitch is pretty easy because you're gonna already have those viewers. You're gonna already have, those people that are watching you. I started Twitch back when I had, I think, 1,000 subscribers, somewhere around there, and didn't really have a lot of viewers. I'd be lucky to get 5, if that, viewers when I was first starting off. And then it started to grow. I did it every day. I did it consistently. I made sure that the content and the games that I was playing were varied, that I was having fun. Sometimes it is better though to stay with one game. That's why I kind of stuck with Minecraft because it was easy to tell stories, and I'm more of a storytelling guy, and it's easier in that format. But yeah, like with Twitch, once I started doing that, it got big pretty fast. Like I was partnered within a year on Twitch, which is pretty difficult to do. And I I don't know. I'm just so thankful for it because it's crazy to think that now my Twitch is way bigger than my YouTube is, and now my YouTube's trying to play the catch up game, and it's so hard trying to manage both of them. But if you can find the right balance between YouTube and Twitch, it works out so well. But I do have to warn anyone out there, it takes up a lot of time.
yeah,
I currently work a part-time job, and this is my full-time job. Like I'm working, it feels like I have no downtime. When I am not working at my other job, I'm working on YouTube and Twitch, trying to work on a new video, trying to network with other people, trying to plan for future events and stuff like that. There's always something that's going on, and you kind of have to wrap your mind around that. If you're not used to that, if you really want to, succeed in the business, you really gotta try to get your mindset in that sense that what else could I be doing? What other future content could I be doing? And then taking those, obviously you need some break. You need to find, a nice time where you can just relax, because you're not going to be coming out with the best ideas if you're always generating ideas.
yeah.
And, I don't know, just little things like that.
I think and you hit on something that's important with any creative in Denver. Not creative in Denver, creative endeavor.
Yeah.
Is that there is a grind to it.
Oh, yeah.
To achieve what you want to achieve, there is a grind.
Oh, there is totally a grind. Yeah.
and you have to keep pushing. Um, I think I noticed, and I don't know what you can say to this, but the importance of constantly creating content to
Uh,
build your YouTube. Guys, I mean,
yeah.
you look at the big YouTubers like PewDiePie, who has
Yeah.
like 35 million
Oh yeah.
subscribers. He constantly has a deluge of content,
Oh
and he's
yeah.
constantly putting stuff up.
And the thing is, like, you can't really compare yourself to those bigger YouTubers because there's, I think the term, and if anyone's watching or listening right now, I'm probably going to butcher the name of it. I think it's diffusion of innovations theory. So there's a theory behind it where basically, and how it works on YouTube, once you get about 10,000 subscribers on YouTube, it starts growing on itself. You could literally probably go a month without creating content, and you're still going to gain subscribers. You're not going to gain them at the exact speed that you probably would if you didn't produce content, but about 10,000 subs, it starts snowballing on itself very slowly. And when you get to, the size of like PewDiePie, he if he wanted to, he could go a month probably without creating content, and he'd still gain like 10,000 subscribers or something like that. And eventually it's going to die out, if he doesn't keep producing content. But once you get up to that size, it's going to, you're going to have an editor, you're going to have a thumbnail maker. He's just going to have to play the games and be himself. And then he won't have to worry about editing the videos. You won't have to worry about the thumbnails. He's just going to generate content constantly. And in that sense, you're going to have a different mindset because, I mean, I can't even imagine what PewDiePie's work schedule's like because he's always going to have to be working on something and always going to have to be thinking of brand new content to be bringing to his channel. And that's more of like the business side of YouTube. When you're first starting off, you don't have to worry about the business side of YouTube. I don't even have to worry about the business side of YouTube yet. But once you get up there, you have to think about sponsorships. You have to think about who you're plugging. You have to think about, all of these different things because once your brand becomes big enough, you're now associating your brand with whatever you're putting on your channel.
Yeah.
And it's crazy to think that, like when a brand gets that big that you have to really start worrying about, what kind of wording am I using in this? Should I be saying this on this certain social media? Should I really be doing this collab right now? Not right now, but like, should I be doing this collab again in the future with maybe someone that's got a bad reputation? All these little things that you have to think about. And if you're starting off on YouTube and you're doing YouTube for you, don't worry about any of that stuff. But if you're into YouTube for the business, you're probably not going to make it because that's not how YouTube usually works. You cannot be starting off YouTube expecting to make the big bucks, expecting to make all the money, because that's not how any of those big people that started off on YouTube started off YouTube. And I don't know, it's really interesting, especially with like YouTube now constantly changing. I have no doubt you're going to be seeing some new stuff coming out from YouTube because it's now becoming more of a television platform. You're starting to see like fully produced television shows coming to YouTube. I definitely recommend if anyone's not seen Video Game High School, check it out.
Oh my God, it's amazing.
It's amazing, and it's a fully produced television show on YouTube. I mean, and it just blows my mind.
They are an example of when you talk about just starting off small with a good product.
Yeah, exactly.
And pushing it. And now it's just they start off Rocket Jump as a small production company. They release VGHS, which even when you can see the jump between season 1 and season 3, obviously the sponsorship and all that.
Oh yeah.
And their ability to do more, but it was already an amazing product. And if you bring something that's creative and you work hard on, people are going to respond to it.
Oh yeah,
and
totally.
They have gone from being a small record label, small recording studio to Lionsgate or Legendary that they have a deal with.
Something, but it's insane, and it's just crazy to think like how many larger YouTubers you're starting to see make the transition. Like the Fine Brothers, they had the Kids React series, the Teens React, all that stuff. They're on Nickelodeon now. They have a Nickelodeon television show. Yeah, React to This, and like. You'll see like Tyler Oakley. He'll be at award shows presenting awards and interviewing celebrities. It's just crazy to think that these people, no different than you and I, that started off on YouTube making videos just for themselves, having fun with it, have now turned it into this business. And it's going to be tough. If anyone out there
Yeah.
wants to start it, it is going to be extremely difficult. Tyler Oakley did not become a celebrity overnight. He's been doing this for 8 years, 8+ years. And, it's definitely something you have to invest in. And it's something that it's going to take a lot of time and a lot of your effort. And even if you don't make it big, there are so many rewards
Yeah.
to doing YouTube. Like the people you'll meet, the content that you'll put out there, just knowing that you put something forth that you put all this effort into and you're very proud of the final product. And, just saying to yourself, like, I want to do this and I did this. That's really freaking awesome that I was
I,
able to push myself to do that.
I agree. I guess what we could talk about is really when we've already hit on some of the parts of building your YouTube channel. For someone that's brand new, and I'm even asking,
No.
while I'm asking as an interview, it's also
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
When you start off your own YouTube channel, do
Yeah.
you recommend already figuring out your brand and niche before you start making videos, or using it as an expression and then finding your niche and finding your what you're good at and
Yeah.
what you do best?
I say you always need to start off with what you're good at first, because if you look at my older videos and you look at my newer videos, they are completely different from each other. I had this mindset that with my channel, it was going to be like a sassy gay guy talking about nerdy stuff,
Still
like a
is.
television show, kind of. But, I started realizing like that's not really who I am. I'm not really, sure, I can be sassy here and there. But that's not, that wasn't the content that I had fun producing. Like I was trying to make it into a huger or bigger production than it should have been. I should have just been sitting down talking to a camera, and that's what I enjoyed. And I think that's what you have to kind of figure out is you'll do like little projects here, you'll do this project there, you'll do this project there, and as you're starting to do these little projects, you'll start not only creating your online identity and your online brand, but you'll figuring out what your brand actually is. Because I've like figured out with my brand, I'm a gamer. I'm really good about, putting myself out there and not caring what people think. I don't care about the haters. I want people to be able to embrace who they are, their identity. And that's why I call myself 8-bit homo. And, just little things like that. You just got to be goofy and be yourself, even if someone like wants to like send you a bunch of hate, which you will get hate,
Yeah.
no matter what kind of content you're putting out there, there's always going to be that one person that's like, ew, like this is gross, this is like disgusting, I hate your content. You can't let that get you down, because at the end of the day, you know who you are best, and no one can say otherwise, and so that all ties into that branding in the beginning. You can't let other people shape who you're going to be. You just got to figure out who you are over time.
I mean, I totally agree, and this is maybe a little point where I'll get a little serious. You know me,
It's all right.
but you've had to deal with that
Hmm.
with trolls and with haters, and don't have to go into detail, but recently an actual more personal online attack, and
Yeah.
which really pissed me off. But
Yeah.
I know you said just don't worry about it, but there are people that are just truly trying to be dicks,
Oh yeah.
and then
There's malicious people out there.
there are people, and while at the same time there are people just trying to be themselves and trying to be creative and just put themselves out there. Sometimes it's not as easy as just don't worry about them.
Oh no, it totally isn't.
And how would you, speaking to those that are starting off and are starting to get the malicious people that are just putting things down to put things down?
Yeah.
How would you not necessarily respond, but
Like what recommendations would I have or how to deal with it?
yeah,
Okay. Like I said, like I was pointing out earlier, you need to start connecting with other content creators that are about the same level as you. They're starting off. You guys can help each other out. Like I know when I started off, I was figuring out all these other YouTubers in the scene that were like starting off. That I was like, oh, I love your videos. I love your videos. You start interacting with those people, and you realize that this person that's hating me, you might be still hating on this person, or this person has this hater and we have each other's haters. Let's just all support each other. Having someone to confide in that understands what you're going through. Because a lot of people in real life still are, might not be accepting of the fact that you're making videos online, that you're putting yourself out there, you're making content. They're gonna be like, oh, you're trying to be like this person. You're trying to be like this and this person. Um, but if you find people online that understand what you're going through, it's a lot easier to get through that because, um, there's going to be those people that are going to try to bring you down and they're going to, critique your content left and right. They're going to pick it apart like they're vultures. And if you know someone that's been going through the same exact thing that you've been going through, you guys can share that story with one another and you can learn from each other and grow with each other. It's super cool to like make friends like that. There's still friends to this day that when I started off on YouTube, and a lot of them don't do YouTube anymore, but I still connect with them and I still am good friends with them and we still support one another. I, will still call them on the phone and be like, hey, what's up? Like, how have you been? It's really cool to like grow as a person through that because, I know without them, I probably wouldn't have still done YouTube because there were so many haters out there. And there's so many people trying to compare you to every other thing that's out there and saying like, oh, this isn't original. You did this, or like someone thus and thus did this. And, oh, you're trying to be like this other gay person. It's like, I just want to be me. Like, why can't I
Yeah.
just be me? And, I think definitely that's the best thing I can recommend is, you know, finding those other content creators out there, connecting with them on Twitter, on social media, you know, leave a like in their video, leave a comment in their comment section. Don't advertise yourself in their comment section,
Yeah.
but, just let them know, hey, I really like your content. This is really cool because paying it forward helps so much in the long run.
I think in your experiences and what I've noticed is just putting yourself out there, no matter how good or bad the video
Hmm.
is much more rewarding than never trying and
Hmm.
because
Totally.
you don't think it's going to be any good because you have gotten you have gotten so many opportunities
Hmm.
from what you've done alone in the last year. I mean, all the PAX conferences
Oh
that you've
yeah.
gone to and the collabs that you've done
Oh
and
yeah.
all of that. And if there's anything that you could say to someone that's fearful about just being on camera and putting themselves out there, what would you say?
Oh, you just got to do it. Like literally, when I started off, I had a webcam and a laptop that wasn't even mine. And I sat in front of it and I was like, let's talk about Pokemon. And that was my first video I ever made. It was me sitting down, just being sassy, just saying funny stuff about Pokemon. And I really wanted to make that video. I knew that probably none of my real life friends would watch this video, but I thought this is pretty funny to me. I think this is pretty funny. I'm gonna put it out there. I watched that video today and I cringed at how bad this video is. But if I wouldn't have started off doing that, and you have to, another thing I recommend, you have to commit yourself to a schedule. You have to stay strict on that schedule. Um, it depends on what you want, but if you really want to grow your channel, like I definitely recommend at least one video a week. Have a consistent day you're going to be uploading that video and upload it on that video whenever you say you're going to upload that video. Um, Missing 1 or 2 weeks, that's fine. But you know, putting yourself in that schedule where you have to do this, you have to do this, you have to do this. Let's make a video today. Let's make a video today. Especially when you know in your mind, like, I don't know if I want to do this. I don't know if I want to put myself out there. But if you put yourself on that schedule, it's gonna help boost your confidence over time because
Yes.
you're gonna keep making content. You're gonna start growing your viewership, and you're gonna see that you're no different than anyone else. People will start recognizing that you're the content you're creating. You're not some weird freak for doing this. There's a lot of people out there that do this, and there's a lot of people that enjoy doing this. And there's a lot of people that enjoy watching this, and stuff like that.
What would you say to those that are starting off and they get discouraged by, they maybe one video will get 250, 300 views, but another will get 15, 20 views.
Yeah.
Should they? I'm thinking that the encouragement should be that they should not focus on that being indicative of their content and their capability of being a YouTube um, content creator. Would you agree?
I'd say, yeah, don't worry about that, especially in the beginning. You know, you're gonna be like when you first start off, you're gonna be lucky to get 10 views on a video. Like it's difficult. And when you reach that first 100 view video, you're just like, yes, this is amazing. 100 people watched this video. That blows my mind. And um it's going to be difficult because I know like where I'm at right now, it's really hard because I definitely have those videos. I'll have those videos that'll get like maybe if I'm really lucky 2,000, 3,000 views, and then I'll have those videos that'll do like lucky 250. And I'm just like, oh. But then I think back, I'm like, why? I shouldn't get discouraged about this because that's 250 people that watched this video that enjoyed this video. Maybe it's because I didn't market it right. Maybe it's because the thumbnail just didn't want them to click, like didn't make them want to click on it.
Yeah.
And that's nothing I can control. But you know, at the end of the day, I made the video. I enjoyed the video. I enjoyed making the video, and that's all that matters because I'm not in this for the money. Because God forbid I make any money from YouTube because I don't. And at the end of the day, I'm just happy with the videos that I'm putting out there, and hopefully other people will start catching on. You know, and that's another thing is having videos on a channel. People can go back and watch them if they want to. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, there's like little things here and there to help your analytics, like getting a watermark on your channel, getting make sure that your YouTube banner is saying the right stuff in it, little things like that. But overall, yeah. I mean, just don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Seriously, don't get discouraged. You can always follow your channel tips because on YouTube there's like a little box that'll show you your channel tips.
Yeah.
Definitely check those out. Follow those if you can. It'll help grow your channel over time.
Okay. Well, to finish this off, I am going to just send you rapid fire questions.
Oh, I'm ready.
Put you on the spot.
Let's do this.
What is maybe the worst video you've done, and maybe a video that you have not let the public see?
Oh, I don't know this. Okay. I totally regretted doing this. I try to do a gaming news update every month. I only did the month of October because it did so bad and it was a horrible video. I probably like, oh, it was so bad. It was my first time trying to do like newscast and like be in front of a camera, like all official. And I was like, this is not who I am. Like, I'm not sitting down just talking about news stories. I'm just trying to make funny jokes about news stories, and I didn't like it. Oh, it was bad. I probably should take it off my channel, but I'm all about embarrassing myself.
If there's one video you'd pick as your favorite, the one that you had the most fun doing, what would it be?
Ode to the Booty. Like it was so much fun to write a poem about butts. Like I'm it was so much fun because I like to write. So I made a video called Ode to the Booty, and it's actually not a poem about butts. It's a poem about embracing your body and whoever, whatever body type you have. But it is kind of about butts, so hence Ode to the Booty. But yeah, that I absolutely love that video. Like, oh, I loved it. It was so much fun to make.
Now, you've also done a lot of your own Minecraft series. What's been the most fun out of all those? What's your favorite?
I love my How to Be a Minecraft YouTuber series because it literally combines my old video style, like, and my new video style with like gaming content, and it merges it into one. And I love it because it allows me to be a weird dork in front of a camera, and it also allows me to add some gaming content onto the channel as well, which I love. So it's like a good blend of the two. In fact, right after this, I'm going to start filming another How to Be a Minecraft YouTuber,
Nice.
so it'll be interesting.
What's been your most rewarding collaboration?
Ooh, that's a hard one. Oh my God. Uviver, for sure. I did a video series called Uviver. It was really cool. It was like Survivor on YouTube. Got to see a bunch of awesome content creators. Amazing. Like probably some of the top of the line YouTube videos I have seen from small content creators on like their channels made from that series, and I was so thankful to have met everyone in there. It was amazing. I loved it.
Who are the top 3 YouTubers or people in general that you would like to collaborate with in the future?
Oh, okay. You guys probably don't know him, but there's a gaming YouTuber I look up to named MLG Haunt. He is hilarious, high production quality videos. I absolutely adore him. Tyler Oakley, of course, because he is hilarious. And a third one. I would love to do a collab. Let's do someone from like left field. Michelle Phan, the beauty guru. I would love to do like a gaming beauty video. I think that'd be hilarious. I don't know. Something like that would be really interesting. That or Miles J. I like Miles J also.
Okay. Where would you like to see your YouTube channel in a year from now, or maybe a couple years from now? What
Hopefully
would you
not
like
dead.
to be?
No.
I'm sure it won't be. But what kind of work do you want to do? Would you what? How much? Where would you like to see it?
I would love to see my channel grow into, like I said, a blend of gaming and a blend of me being in front of a camera. The only reason I do more gaming content now than I do sitting in front of a camera is because it takes up so much time for me to be doing daily YouTube and daily Twitch. But if I can start making enough money from all of this, I can quit my part-time job and I can, sit down. I know, right? I can sit down and I can actually like think about making like higher quality production videos for the channel, and hopefully, get a job in the industry would be pretty nice over time. Whether that be the gaming industry or a production company of some sort. I'd love to I don't know if I'd want to do YouTube and Twitch for the rest of my life, but it'd be definitely a good stepping stone towards whatever job I get in the future.
Okay. Well, I could see maybe some voiceover acting in the future. Some little radio play we did.
Oh, it was so much fun. I would love to do voice acting for sure.
But one last rapid fire question.
Yeah.
What if? Let me think. Make sure my tongue is still working.
It's okay.
What is the best piece of advice that you have received since you started that you would like to share with those that are starting off?
Okay. And this is one that it's so cheesy, so freaking cheesy, but my mom has always taught me to treat others as I'd like to be treated. And I think it carries over to all aspects of life, including YouTube. So don't ever put someone down on YouTube. Don't ever feel like you have to live up to someone else on YouTube. Just support each other. This is a community where we're all putting ourselves in front of a camera, making a fool out of ourselves. Yeah. And we all have to recognize that, and we all have to, support one each other in through this awkward stage of starting off on YouTube and making weird content with each other. And, we all have to recognize that, it's going to be tough. And, if we come together and we work together, magical things can happen. Some awesome content can be put out there and people will enjoy it, hopefully.
Well, Dylan, just thank you for joining me on this second episode of Creative Corner. As a friend, I really want to say that I'm extremely proud of you, Dylan.
Oh, thank you.
That you knew what you wanted to do, you had a goal, and you worked your ass off to get to it. And you were doing great, and I'm proud of you.
Oh, thank you, Jared. That means so much. Seriously.
You're welcome. It's the absolute truth. And I'll tell all the viewers that when he says that he has been taught to treat others as he would want to be treated, he really lives into that. And he's been very supportive and very kind of everyone he comes across, and especially with me and the things that I've pursued. But
yeah. With
that said, I will definitely I'll link all of you guys to Dylan's YouTube channel in the video below. Well, in the video and below, to his Twitch channel, and I will even try to get you guys links to his top 3 future collaborators.
Aww,
so maybe we all can push tell them about Dylan so they can work together.
Oh God, no, stop it. Oh God.
But thank you again, Dylan, and thank you all for listening. Hope you have a great day, evening, night.
Yeah, thank you.
It is. But